Morning time.
Yo, if I say that one more time, I gain.
Cut one off.
Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it.
Glory, today we are teaching on creativity.
Tarek, your seat is over there.
Whether you realize it or not, there are some people with whom we are acquainted that we begin to realize that they are creative people and we expect them to be creative.
No, your seat is outside.
He gonna cook up a storm, or what?
They've become known for creativity. There are other people around here who feel like they don't have a creative bone in their body.
Better stick around and find out.
You don't even know how to match up your socks.
That make me stronger. I gotta testify.
Welcome to the season of creativity, hosted by Bradley.
What's the charge?
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Youth Flex Radio Show, the show for all people by young people. I'm your host, Chloe, and I'm here for Youth Flex's season of creativity. Have you ever been so sore from a game that it took you 5 days to recover? Well, most of us here are still trying to recover from the Brack Spring Weekend celebrity kickball match last Friday night, which featured Josh Pearl and Miss World Cayman Islands, Kelsey Woodman-Bodden, former Miss Cayman Islands, Pamela Small, and a host of Proud of Them honorees, Lloyd Barker, Tarek Francis, Zola Jones, Brianna Bodden, and Bradley McLaughlin. Today we have a chat with the representatives from the Duke of Edinburgh Awards Program, and then we will have a roundtable wrap-up of the Youth Services Unit Brack Spring Weekend. Youth Flex has partnered with Clifton Hunter High School, John Gray High School, and the Public Library to bring you the word of the week, which is tenacity. Tenacity. It's a noun that means the quality of being tenacious or of holding fast, persistence. So let's get started. As always, you're welcome to join in on the conversation by calling us at 1-800-534-8255, toll-free courtesy of Flow, or join us on YouTube Live.
But before we chat with our first guest from the Duke of Edinburgh, let's have our first music break. Here, Black Story by Notch.
Life story. Listen up while I shut down Babylon. Black my story. Don't try to stop me. 500 years under colonial plan. Emancipation, liberation through democracy. Long time we trod in freedom roads and still not free. Equal rights and justice for humanity. We want one God, one aim, and one destiny. Black my story, not his story. I come here so mash down Babylon. I black my story, don't try to stop me. I just this time in a Gideon. For the thieves, bloodsuckers and the wagonists, I'm here to tell you, say shadows will come to light. If you want to say your life, make your deeds positive. And no more sorry excuses are gone bye-bye. Good night, yeah. And now I lay you down to sleep. I know your mama weeps. I cry, yes, I cry. But that's the way we're living out here on the street. Black, black, black. Whoa, hey. You have to fight the way to it when you will. Black my story. Weeping and the wailing and the gnashing of teeth. Black my story. Don't try to stop me. I come here suffering but on Babylon. Black my story, real life story. A judgment time in a Gideon. Discrimination, segregation and hypocrisy. Mental abuse and economic slavery. Equal rights and justice with morality. We want one God, one aim and one destiny. Unite, yeah. Freedom fighters take the streets, no time to be weak. I cry, yes, I cry. But Jah will take the curse away from I and I. Black, 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 my story. Black is not his story. Black, 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 my story. Black is not his story. Black, 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 my story. Black is not his story. Black, black, black. my story. Oh, yeah. Yeah, black my story in Missouri. I come here from a burn down Babylon. Black my story down in Milwaukee. I just this time in a the Gideon. Yeah, black my story. Don't profile me. I come here from a burn down Babylon. I black my story, real life story. I just this time in a the Gideon. Black my story, police brutality. Listen up while I chat on Babylon. Black my story, don't try to stop me. 500 years under colonial plan. Yeah, black my story, cause we should be free.
My name is Alfredo Whitaker, president of CIFA, Cayman Island Football Association.
Hey, it's Brody Thomas representing Tigers FC.
This is Ramon Sealy representing Boyne Town.
Hey, this is Roberto Lopez representing Cayman Brat.
My name is Mark Campbell and I'm the Assistant General Secretary of Cayman Islands Football Association, CIFA.
Cayman Islands Football Association.
Building a better future for Cayman football.
CIFA, Cayman Island Football Association.
Go out. Support the games in your district. Chances are you're sitting in your car right now. You were probably sitting all day too. Well, did you know the risks of prolonged sitting without proper nutrition and exercise increases your chances of heart disease, dementia, and diabetes? Train with Dre understands your struggle, offering customized fitness plans, real-time tracking, and expert training each time you got moving with Dre. Contact Andre today at 928-3420 or visit him on Facebook and Instagram.
Train with Dre.
Getting in shape has never been easier with the mobile fitness app by Train with Dre. Top-rated personal training is only an app away.
K-Man, let's recycle together. It's time for our annual Yellow to Green recycling program. Please collect and drop off old dry directories today. Yellow to Green recycling bins are now located at multiple convenient locations. Foster's IGA locations, Hurley Supermarket, Yellow, and participating primary schools. Thank you for supporting the Yellow to Green recycling program, turning old directories into reusable materials. Community program is happening now until March 31st. For more information, please visit findyellow.com.
Money Sense, bringing an informed financial perspective to the Cayman community. Brought to you by the CFA Society Cayman Islands and sponsored by One Trade X. Join Money Sense Thursday, 7:30 a.m. as we discuss ethics, dilemmas, and conflicts of interest in the investment world. We'll be joined by Dr. Michael McMillan, who is responsible for developing educational content for investment professionals in the area of ethics and professional standards. Money Sense, the only personal finance radio show in the Cayman Islands. Brought to you with the support of One Trade X.
Youth Flex, for all people, by young people.
Welcome back, everyone. So we're going to go straight into our news and highlights by Victoria and Joshua.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our Sometime After 4 news is brought to you by Youth Flex Radio Show. I am Victoria Buttram. BRAC Spring Weekend was truly awesome. Flex crew members will share some of their experience later in the show today. The new Self-Help Community Foundation Poetry Slam auditions continues in high schools until the end of March. Check your school office for the lunchtime audition on your campus. The Poetry Slam is open to any youth ages 10 to 25 and is sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports, Agriculture, and Lands, and offer the grand prize of $500 to the winner again this year. Email tnshcommunityfoundation@candy.ky for more information. Stunt Mania is this weekend. The weekend of motorcycle activities starts with bikes and camera action at Camana Bay's Crescent from noon to midnight on Saturday, and then the stuntmen do their thing at the Breakers Speedway on Sunday from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. So come join us after church. Tickets cost $15 for adults and $5 for children under 12, and are available on Eventpros and at the gate. For more information, call John Michael at 916-0362.
Congratulations to the Flex own Mohindra Brown on becoming the 2019 National Youth Cook-Off Champion at the 22nd Agriculture Show. Congratulations to the outstanding young persons who have been selected as youth ambassadors. They are male youth ambassador, proud of them honoree Tavis Watler, female youth ambassador Chantel Young. Their alternates are first male alternate proud of them honoree Jarrell Belafonte, first female alternate Miss Zoe Colony Basado, and second female alternate proud of them honoree Diana Tibbetts. And finally, on the highlights, allow me to highlight the young and older persons who took part in the Youth Services Youth Unit Brat Spring Weekend. A special shout out to the Brat kickball team who once again outscored the Grand Cayman team, this time 14-6. To put items on a highlight, email the Flex at james.miles@gov.ky or leave your comments on our Instagram or Facebook page. Search for Youth Flex Radio Show.
Thank you, Victoria and Joshua. So joining us now, we have two people from the Duke of Edinburgh Awards program. So can you guys please introduce yourself?
Absolutely. I'm Kimberly Carlos. I am a Gold Award holder, and here with me is Renice.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Renice Basil, and I'm also a Gold Award holder, as well as the Emerging Leader Representative for the region.
All right. So can you wonderful ladies explain to me what is the Duke of Edinburgh Awards program?
Well, the Duke of Edinburgh Awards program is a youth development program that encapsulates 4 areas. So to be a part of the program, you have to partake in a volunteering scheme, as well as the physical recreation, a personal skill, and then you're set up for a qualifying hike. And with the Duke of Edinburgh, you've got 3 levels. So you have bronze, silver, and gold, and they all take part over a course of time. So for bronze, you are doing your skills, your sports for a series of 6 months. With silver, it's 9 to a year, and then with gold, it's 12 to 18 months. And then with each qualifying hike, they also increase with intensity, so which is the fun part, honestly. Like, I did my goal in Guyana, and Renice can tell you about hers, and it is some challenging expeditions that we go on. But for bronze, you do your expedition here in Cayman, which will be a lot of our participants will be joining next week, and you'll see them out on the road. And so that's over 2 days with 1 night of camping. And silver normally takes place in the BRAC, but sometimes there's exceptions where it'll take place in Jamaica. We're trying to see if we can get the silver participants to go to St. Lucia this year, where the gold expedition will also be held. And that's over 3 days and 2 nights of camping. And then gold is 5 days and 4 nights. And you're normally away for 2 weeks. So you get to really engage in a cultural experience with that whichever host country you go to. So it's really awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no words. No words.
That sounds like a lot.
It is a lot of fun.
Okay, so what else is happening with the program?
Well, at the moment, we're preparing for our bronze expedition, which is happening over the week. Well, not this weekend, but next weekend. So basically, our kids have completed their service section of the award. They've done their physical and they've done their skill. And now it's kind of like the cherry on top of the cake. The expedition is going to be taking place on the weekend of the 30th.
Yep.
So, yeah, if you see us on the road, say hi. Don't
offer us any food.
Yeah, don't offer us any food.
Yeah.
Have to cook for ourselves.
Really?
Yeah.
Catch some soldier crabs, go spearfishing.
It teaches you a lot about kind of determination and teamwork, living off the land,
Just hearing this, I got interested. So for any of the listeners who are listening right now who are interested, how can we get involved?
So you can follow us on our social media handles. We have Instagram and Facebook. You can also send us an email. Do you know Ms. Cassie's email?
We'll leave that with you guys as well. I mean, you can contact either myself or Renice. So my email is kimberlyacarlos@gmail.com. I used to be unit leader for St. Ignatius Catholic School. So pretty much all the schools are involved, and there should be weekly meetings where you guys can just go in, ask questions, see how far along you are, because maybe you are already doing some services that you can put towards Duke. For example, I used to do Youth Flex for my personal skill, like 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, so it's so funny coming on the show to talk about something that I did for Duke of Edinburgh. So, I mean, I encourage as much, all of you to get involved because it does so much.
Yeah.
How old are you, sorry?
16.
Okay, you're good then.
Okay.
Yeah, so participants can be between the ages of 14 to 24. So it gives you a solid 24 years to get, not 24 years, sorry, 10 years to get your levels completed, bronze, silver, and gold.
I want to try it.
You got to. Come on, you have to. I recommend everybody, honestly. It does so much for you.
So what are some of the benefits derived from this program?
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
For me, I've seen where it's helped me a lot in terms of kind of organization, and it kind of instill in you that kind of spirit of, you guys mentioned tenacity and determination earlier, and that's what the program does for you. Like when I was in university, there were times when I just couldn't be bothered to go to lectures, but because of all this stuff that I'd been through with the award, and you know, I went to a whole different country, didn't know what I was doing, and I had to kind of navigate. So those skills that I learned doing the award, I was able to transfer them into everyday life. And even just like the other day, I was coming back from one of the conferences that we were having. A gentleman saw my Duke of Edinburgh bag, and he was like, "Oh, let me just help you with that, because it must mean that you're at a certain level of in your life where you were able to do this because you've completed the program." So people might not know who you are, but they would recognize the logo, and they know that it takes a lot for you to finish the program, for you to go through the program. So they respect you for that.
It definitely challenges you mentally, physically, emotionally. I mean, you will go through so many different aspects where you think that you cannot carry on and you want to give up. But what the program does, because you've had that spirit of commitment through the 6, 9, 12 months, whatever it is, you know that you can't give up at this point in time because you've achieved so much and you've gone so far, and that you have to keep pushing, and, you know, you have to be determined. And once you overcome that, you feel unstoppable. Like, I mean, I'm sure Renise can say the same about her gold expedition. Once we went through that, like, I was in the Amazon. And I say this story all the time, but the water was, like, at my ankles, at my knees, at my waist, at my shoulders, over my head. And I'm swimming with, like, a 40-pound backpack. And you're thinking to yourself, what is in this water? It's brown. There's leeches. There's all sorts of spiders and bugs out there. And you're like, I want to give up right now. Yeah, you feel like you want to give up, and you're like, why am I in this situation? And then you realize, I can do this, and you carry out, and you get through it, and then you come back and you're like, I can take on anything else now. Like, come at me.
So who introduced you guys to this? That's my question.
I got introduced when I was in Georgix. You guys are probably too young to remember what Georgix is.
My mom reminds me every day.
Yeah. So I was in Georgix, and they had like they probably still do them now, extracurricular activity fairs. And Duke was there, and I was like, oh yeah, this looks like fun. I needed something to do. My mom was like, you can't just come home after school every day and be a bum. So I signed up for the program, and that was like 12 years ago, probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, Miss Kathy, same thing. She came in to do one of the fairs at John Gray. And I was like, oh, what's this all about? And then for me, I'm like, okay, what's the easiest way to get my sports in, my skills, everything. And this had 4 different elements to it. And I said, oh, well, maybe if I get this, then this will be something beneficial for me when I go off to university. And it actually was. So Duke of Edinburgh is internationally recognized, and when I did apply for school, they looked at my application and were like, wow, you completed Duke of Edinburgh. This gives you extra points. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the A-level system.
Yeah.
But UCAS points were derived from my Duke of Edinburgh. Really? So, yeah, I think at the time it counted for like 20 to 30 UCAS points, and that bumped me up a lot. So that is the equivalent of an AS level grade. So people do recognize it, and, you know, for me, I thought, oh, well, if it's recognized at university level, what about when I go into work and on my resume? And people understand the commitment and level of determination and the ability to be able to just get into a situation, work under pressure, and deal with a team or work independently. So they, you know, like Bernice mentioned about people recognizing the award, it definitely holds a lot of weight. And so it may not seem like that initially, but it does on a global standpoint. And I think that's the biggest importance of it.
So how has this program helped you?
So many ways.
Yeah. For me, it's being able to, one, kind of identify with my Duke family on a larger scale. So Kim just spoke about it being recognized on a global level, and you network so much within the award. So you meet different people from different backgrounds who subsequently kind of input into your life, and you realize that, you know, you meet people with shared goals, common interest, and even as I said earlier, as it relates to like my everyday life, my personal life, there are skills that I've learned in Duke that I can transfer over into my everyday life. So interpersonal skills, working on a team, where I work where I work now, it requires me working with individuals from different backgrounds. And because of Duke, you know, I did my expedition in Grenada. On my team, there were people from Trinidad, there were people from Guyana, there were people from St. Vincent, there were people from St. Lucia. So that's like, even though we're in the Caribbean, there's still like kind of like a culture clash sometimes. So you had to learn how to manage people and manage people's personalities to get along with them, because you're working towards one common goal. So there's that. And then there's the fun stuff. Like, you get to go hiking, you get to go camping. You get to explore other people's islands, and you also get to explore your own, because when I did my bronze, there were parts that came on that I didn't even know exist. Like, oh, this was here? But I didn't, I had no idea, because I was always stuck inside. So it gives you that opportunity to kind of go out and explore. And you get to do it with people, as I said, who share common interests as you.
That's true. So for me, my question is for you guys. Since you talked about all the different countries you guys get to go to, what was the most scariest thing that you had to do?
Just one?
Yeah, the worst one, the worst that you have.
For me, it was, because Grenada is quite mountainous, so we don't have any hills or anything here. The highest point is the Bluff, which when you go to like a country like Grenada, it's like, that's a molehill. It's not really a mountain. And I remember we were trying to climb up one of the mountains, and we had to go through like a river, but for some reason we plotted our routes incorrectly, so it kind of took us a bit longer to get where we needed to go. So we had to be hiking through the river, and it was raining, so they tell you to pack all this stuff, but once you're in there, it's just kind of like, I don't need a raincoat because I'm going to get wet anyway. So we had to try to navigate to the top of the mountain, and once you get up there, it's kind of like, I can't breathe.
The air is so thin.
I think we were 1,950 feet above sea level or something like that. That was, I remember walking up and I was thinking, why am I doing this? Why am I here? But then you got to the top, and it was like, first of all, the view made it all worth it. And then when you think about the fact that you've done something so phenomenal that you actually did not think that you'd be able to do, then you're like, well, I guess I'm a boss now.
Yeah, you achieve such great things. And I mean, I haven't traveled as much as Renice, so Guyana will have to be the scariest expedition I've ever partaken on, simply because I was determined. I remember at 16 years old, Duke of Edinburgh was meant to do an expedition, and that's when I was originally planning to do my gold, but we weren't able to get into the country. And then years after that, the gold expedition took place in Barbados, Bahamas, St. Vincent, Grenada, and I just held out for Guyana. In 2017, I went there, and I saw the 11 giants that they keep talking about. I mean, you will go, as you're driving, it took us 18 hours to drive from their district, which is called Georgetown, funny enough, to their interior, which is the Amazon. So 18 hours drive, all by bus, and we came across some anthills that were 8 feet tall. And you see them and you don't even believe that they're actually real. And you come across the flies that suck your blood. And you're like, nope, the black water. You see Kaichor Falls. I mean, it is definitely an adventure of a lifetime, and 100% would do it again.
Oh my, I'm interested.
Yeah, you definitely face your fears. I mean, you haven't, like, we didn't encounter any of the jaguars or the alligators, but
disappointed.
They are there, though. I mean, we saw a dead baby alligator, but, like...
Oh, my
God. Because with Guyana, it's such a large part of South America, they have restrictive laws. So between 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., no traffic is supposed to be out in the interior. So you do have people that harvest the wood and whatnot, but they're not allowed to drive because that's the time for the animals to run free and roam the land, and that's when they prey and whatnot. So... that was a little intimidating at first because you think, oh my gosh, am I going to actually encounter a jaguar? And so you're pushed to those limits, and then you realize it's all safe. Like, I just want to put that out there that we were with the Guyanese Defense Force.
Well,
so
I was about to ask.
Yeah, that's all. It's not like
question,
we're sending people. No. It's not like the program is being sent. Like, we're not sending children or anybody in a unsafe environment. It sounds very daunting and scary because it is, because you are out in the wilderness, but you're not by yourself.
Even with
animals that eat you alive.
I mean, we never did encounter them. You gotta also think about it in the natural sense that we're coming with lots of noise. It's very unfamiliar, so the animals are going to be more afraid of us than we are of them.
Yeah.
So the Guyanese Defense Force was there, same with so that's the equivalent of a military. So they came out there, massive squad of men with their guns and everything. So we were 100% safe.
Oh my.
And whenever you do these expeditions, it will be like that.
Yeah.
You're never going out on your own. You'll always be accompanied by someone, at least someone from
the award. So even with the expedition that's happening in 2 weeks' time, even though it's in Cayman and all of the participants live here, we're still not going to let them just roam around by themselves. So they'll always be supervised by myself, Kim, Stephanie. Somebody from the award will always be there with them.
And typically these are people who have gone through the award and they've been in the award for years.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got people who've gone on 5, 4, 3, gold expeditions. So they know what they're doing. They're qualified. And same as when you travel abroad, like when we go to St. Lucia, there's trainers that have been in the program for 10 to 20 years. Yeah, so it's long-standing. I mean, it's been around from 1956.
Really?
Yeah.
But initially started with all boys, and then they realized that
us girls want to have fun.
Yeah. So do you have to pay to get into this or anything like that?
There's a sign-up fee of $25
and then
for bronze, and that's just to cover the equipment because we don't expect everybody to come fully equipped with sleeping bags and tents. I mean, it's optional. You guys can bring that if you have it, but we're not expecting you to have huge camping bags or any of those things. So the award program we do need some funds to cover those. And with the gold expedition, typically it's the airfare.
Yeah, it's the airfare.
And then you have a registration fee because you'll stay at a base camp with all the other Caribbean units that are partaking. So you might have Jamaica, Bermuda, St. Kitts, Grenada, Guyana, Dominica. Yeah, it's so many people.
So many different countries, yeah.
So we're in a season of creativity, and all this sounds very creative, but
what's your creative when you try and survive?
What's your interpretation of creativity?
I think it's just exploring beyond your imagination of possibilities that haven't been done as yet. Just thinking outside of the box and really adding a bit of your personality to it, being creative. Like, for example, when you're struggling and you only got ramen noodles and some tuna fish, you're like, oh, this is going to make a really nice meal. I can add some salt and pepper to this and maybe some garlic and it's going to taste great.
You learn to appreciate ramen and corned beef.
So I think in times of desperation is when you're most creative, and that normally pulls you out of your toughest situations.
I like that. It's just short and sweet. Yeah. So do you guys have any shout-outs or closing remarks?
Well, basically we just like to anybody out there that's listening, you guys, if you're interested in the award program, I know I can sense it through the airwaves. There's a lot of you like, I want to do that. That sounds fun. Check with your schools. There's always a unit at your school. Just check for the Duke of Edinburgh Award program and come and join us. And also, again, we'll say not next week, 2 weeks when you see us on the road, say hello, say hi.
But don't give anybody mangoes or any food because that is completely against the rules.
Really?
Remember, this is survival. This is preparing you for the jungle. But
you look like you're changing your mind.
No, it's a lot of fun. My mind. Definitely encourage you all get involved. It does so much for you, like personal development, builds character completely. You learn how to talk to people on so many different levels. I mean, you will meet directors of various countries, so you're not just meeting peers, you're also meeting political representatives as well. So it allows you to be professional, learn how to represent Cayman, because essentially once you do go away for your expeditions, you are an ambassador for Cayman, and it's an opportunity to showcase what Cayman is and what Cayman kind is as well.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't always know where the Cayman Islands is. When you tell them, I'm from the Caymans, well, not from the Caymans, but I'm from the Cayman Islands, they're like, is that in Jamaica? No, it's not in Jamaica.
And then have Wi-Fi there.
Yes, somebody asked me that one side. You have Wi-Fi? Yes.
Or do you have schools there? Or do you guys live in huts? I heard that one about living in huts before.
I was asked if we have electricity, and it was...
how did you get out of Cayman? Did you take a boat? Or
Exactly. I've been hearing those ones.
And it helps for university as well, because you then end up having friends from all over.
Really?
Yeah, and not only life after Duke of Edinburgh doesn't stop at 24. Like Bernice, she went to Czech Republic.
I went to Czech 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was for the International Gold event, which all gold award holders can go to. And so while there, I was elected as the emerging leader representative for the region. So for the Caribbean and America and Canada as well. So what that means is I represent the interest of the award on the International Council, which is made up of Prince Edward and some other fancy people.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so becoming famous.
She is a
Yes.
boss lady.
But separate from that, though, the award, I feel, opens your eyes to realize things that you didn't even know you could be interested in. So for me, I realized that I was very passionate about volunteering. So when I was in university, I went to Cambodia, I went to Thailand, I went to Sri Lanka, I went to Morocco, all of these places just to volunteer. And it all started when I was like 14 because of Duke. Like, oh yeah, I love giving back. I love the feeling I get when, you know, I'm doing stuff for other people. So
exactly, it's a good feeling. Yeah.
So you guys open those doors.
Wait, is it too late to register?
No.
Okay.
As long as you're
Within
younger
the age
than
group?
24.
14 to 24 as
Yeah.
long. And then even after that, we're always looking for volunteers.
Volunteers
Really?
are always
Yep.
welcome.
All right, I think I'm gonna have to talk to my mom right after I get off the show. So our second music break is Big Body Bends from no other than Josh Pearl featuring Lil Cinco.
Big body bands, big body bands, big body bands. Yeah, big body bands, big body bands, big body bands. Yeah, big body bands, big body bands, big body bands. Yeah, big body bands, big body bands, big body bands. Yeah, big body bands, big body bands, big body bands. Woo.
Big body bands, big body bands, I need a lot of that. So you got a big body bands, why you try a lot of that?
Single talk, not real shit.
Now you rockin' with the realest. If I talk it, you feel it. But if you talkin', you squealing. With the gang and we scheming on how we gon' make a meal quick. All my hitters ready drills. Boy, don't make me push the kill switch. You know I can really care less. Only hang with the fearless. In the bands, counting bands. Money dance with my mountain stands. Getting from a sloppy tati. When she done, I tell her wash her mountain hands. She be Asian, my Jamaican, y'all are tuning hard. Y'all don't be skating, ain't hard tell. We can see y'all hating when you see us places, cause we be racing in that.
Big body bands, big body bands, big body bands. Yeah, big body bands, big body bands, big body bands. Yeah, big body bands, big body bands, big body bands. Yeah, big body bands, big body bands, big body bands.
Take your lunch to the next level with the all-you-can-eat buffet at City Walk, Cayman's newest Asian-style cuisine, the way it was meant to be. Every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m., located in the Anderson Square in the heart of Georgetown, serving the finest Chinese, Japanese, and Filipino dishes. See their full menu at citywalk.ky. That's CITYWOK.KY. Or follow them on Instagram and Facebook. City Walk in Anderson Square. Call 947-9965. East meets West at City Walk.
Did you know your home is wasting electricity right now? Appliances or electronic devices can use electricity even when they are not in use or switched off. Also known as energy vampires, things like your cable box and microwave are wasting your valuable money. Don't let these devices keep sucking your power. To save money, simply group these devices together on a power strip and turn off the strip when it's not in use. Visit the Ministry of Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure's Facebook page for more tips on keeping your home energy efficient. Be an energy advocate.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
And for 45 years, we have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
This Easter weekend, the Cayman Islands will welcome the rest of the Caribbean, and you do not want to miss it. Carifta 2019 takes place at the Truman Bodden Sports Complex from April 20th to 22nd. Watch the region's most talented track and field athletes compete and come cheer on your Cayman athletes. Get ready to raise your flags at the Caribbean's biggest athletic event this Easter weekend. It's Carifta 2019. Tickets start as low as $10. On sale now at CaymanCarifta2019.ky. See you at the games.
Carifta 2019, brought to you in partnership with the Cayman Islands Government and CUC. Sponsored by the Cayman Islands Athletic Association, DART, Maples Group, Pinnacle Media, and Radio Cayman.
It's all about unity.
This is Youth Flex, more than talk.
Flex, how is everyone doing, my dear
You got
listeners?
feedback killing everybody.
Alright, so we just finished up with the Duke of Edinburgh. What an amazing topic. I think that all of us got kind of scared over some of the experiences they were sharing with us. But now we have who on? Mr. Jamo again?
Yeah, we gave you a taste of it this weekend, man. Black Spring Weekend, a kind of a semblance of what you would get with Duke of Edinburgh. Mixing people together, doing a lot of activities, getting tired.
Exactly. I can remember the kickball tournament. Boy, bruh, they got us bad, man. They got us bad. It was 16 to a 9 or 6? 14, sorry.
14 to 6.
I was surprised.
You?
Yeah.
No, they beat us 19 to 1 the last time.
Really?
Before that. So this better.
We made an effort. We proved.
Brackers cut your tail, but you know.
Exactly. But Josh Pearl surprised me of how he was playing. I was like, whoa. All the celebrities saw how they were getting their hands dirty in the games. I was like, really? Like, you could see everyone's putting an effort, and that's the kind of thing we need.
Yeah. I think we need practice.
Yes.
Because them Brackers, I'm
pretty sure they're practicing. They be practicing all year round. Because when I was talking to some of the girls, we expect this
let them
every
know
year.
we're coming again next March, God willing. But we gonna be practicing. I just tell you from now. We gotta round up the team from about at least December.
Exactly.
And
We need to get
practice.
ready because we can't make
Go
this
for the
happen a
win.
second time again.
A third time.
Third time?
They beat us.
Oh my gosh. This can't happen
Well, like I
next
say,
year.
we getting closer.
So wait, Mr. Jama, you remember last week we talked about Domino's. What happened with Domino's? Everybody
They cut our tail on that, so
Oh
give yourself some
my.
space. Between absence. You know.
Oh my.
Yeah, Brackers really school us on that. So I got zip it. I was bragging at first, right? Me and Andre as big partners and nobody down you can barely take us, so we could go up there. Them man, they shut us down like we little boys, boy. We just go, alright. We'll see you on the next time. Probably about 2-3 years from now.
Oh gee. Oh my.
No, man, we'll probably bring back Domino's.
Yeah.
Next March, God willing.
Include me this time because I was looking around like, where is Mr. Jam? They gonna play Domino's? I was like, but
We were just playing around by the pool. It wasn't a tournament.
Oh,
We just,
all right. Because
yeah.
I was over here wondering, like, I wanted to go. I wanted to play Domino's.
No, man.
All the and are good at
And my cousin still school us, so I like.
Imagine doing the beat. I want to go home crying.
No, man. But it's all good.
Everything is all good.
I want to thank the sponsors for making it happen. The Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports, Agriculture and Lands for supporting the youth ambassadors and the celebrities to come on the trip with us. Home Gas for coming on board, helping us out with getting the t-shirts because the jerseys are really nice. Yeah, I added a lot to the celebrity kickball match. It really looked really good. So we want to thank them for that. And Cayman National for coming on board and sponsoring our youth forum, which happened Friday at the high school. Rubis and Credit Union for coming on board and doing all the prizes for the scavenger hunt, which was really good as well. Camille really stretched the minds of people with that one. You had to put on all your thinking hats.
Oh my, no,
to
that
get
was
those
unfair.
clues.
That was
Not fair,
unfair.
nothing.
Those clues,
She told you she gonna make it hard.
She
they can make it hard on you, so you better
she
think.
made it so hard. She made it so hard.
Lord, no.
We were in the same car, me and Joshua, so we
Yeah?
both felt the heat. Like we both felt
No,
it.
but I must say a lot of the brackers know about the brack. because they actually wrapped their minds around it. We had 2 brackets in our car, in my car.
Same. We had 3 in our car.
3.
We had 3.
And I couldn't figure it out?
No, like...
In our brackets. Nah.
No, because like...
And the 2 that we had, like, no, this down this way. I said, you think?
That's exactly how the ones in our car was.
I said,
and
that was last year. Camille don't use no same question, none at all.
Exactly.
Last year, that was it. None of that. Choose somewhere else. Because when she says she got a whole new scavenger hunt, not one single question or clue is the same as last year.
The only thing I couldn't wrap my head around was the one about the cave, like the grave in the house, like in the yard. I was thinking like all over the place, like where would that be? Where would that be?
Yeah, you need to be in a bracket.
And then Miss Chantel was like Rebecca's cave, and I was like,
but there was a grave inside the cave.
Yeah, and I was like, no, it couldn't be there. And then when we went, I was like, oh shoot. I was like, oh my, that was so. I can't.
That was some kind of bonus question or something. Cause we didn't get that question.
You never got that question?
No,
we figured it out.
We figured it out. We sat down. We figured that one out. Like we were driving all over the Bronx trying to figure that one out. Promise you that.
The ride.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to Miss Chantel, the best driver.
John, but you gonna touch us, daddy?
That's alright, man. I made sure to abide by all the rules this time. I didn't want my team to get disqualified. We got disqualified last time because I went one little bit over the speed limit for a short.
How much? How much one you mean? You mean like 1, or you mean 2,
or you mean
3?
There.
I went a little fast.
A little fast. Exactly.
But yes, I really want to thank the sponsors, and I want to thank my team at Youth Services, Camille, Angel, Victor Crumley, and Mr. Hale.
Yes.
Along with the team of ambassadors and celebrities that came with us: Tavis, Chantel, Franny, Brandon,
yes,
Josh Pearl, Miss World Cayman's Kelsey Woodman Bodden, former Miss Cayman Pamela Small, and proud of them, Honorary Lloyd Barker. Thanks for joining us on this trip and sharing these memories with us. I'm pretty sure it's something that will forever be in your mind, because this weekend was really awesome. What else? I think I covered all my bases. What else I want to know?
All right, so Mr. Jama, how did you think the Brack Spring weekend?
I tell you how I gauge it. If I come from a Brack Spring weekend and I'm not sleeping on the plane, you know, so the fact that I was sleeping on the plane, it was good. It was good.
Oh my.
I believe like almost everybody was sleeping on the plane.
No, I want to sleep going back because I was so tired from the kickball tournament, from the treasure hunt.
I stayed up. I had Chantel in front and then Lloyd on the other side. I had to stay. I wasn't making nobody catch me locking.
Oh my, no, I was awake on the way there, but I slept on the way back because it was like, no, I have to sleep. But it was like a 30-minute flight, so no, it wasn't much sleep. It
wasn't much sleep. I slept from the time I buckled up.
I realized that because I said, Mr. Jamo,
because I am going to sleep. Once I look around, I see everybody buckled in. Everybody buckled in. Everybody's on the flight. Bam.
I tell you guys exactly how he says it is exactly how it was.
That's it.
All right, so we have our third music break from Reggae Man by
Tabia.
Sorry.
And I hear that. So you missed that.
Here we go. Josh Pearl.
YNC.
I don't know much, but I know a secret. You ain't work hard, you ain't eating. Simple. I just call it how I see it. I've been working all week, now I'm tweaking for the weekend. Yeah, I don't know her, but she know me, so I play cool like an OG. The new me is the old me. I ain't got no new friends, all I got is homies. I be flexing with my homies, all day with my homies. I would never change on my homies. And if you ain't my homie, started off in a low. Now I'm riding on my high horse. You talk high, no. Said shot till I die, boy. Got a girl for my girl, so it ain't cheap. I got a room with a view, so we ain't sleep. I got a pool for my crew, so we all geek. And that was all on the same week. I don't know them, but they know me. So I play it cool, like I'm supposed to be. The new me is the old me. I ain't got no new friends, all I got is homies. I be flexing with my homies, all day with my homies. I would never change with my homies. And if you ain't my homie, yo, started off in a low. Now I'm riding on my high horse. He talk high, I said no. Side till I die, boy. I know them gal not right, so I don't pay them no mind. But she was blowing up my gram last night. I just told her what it is, I ain't wasting no time. Oh, that's that work. Told her come through without no skirt. Hit it like Pac, I ain't had no shirt. When I'm through, I got a skirt. I don't know them, but they like me, so I show love like it should be. The new me is the old me. I ain't got no new friends, all I got is homies. I be flexing with my homies, all day with my homies. I would never change with my homies. And if you ain't my homie,
a caring and community spirit, cherished family and cultural values. These are some of the things that still embodies the Caymanian way of life in the Eastern Districts today. Savannah Pharmacy, your neighborhood pharmacy, located in Countryside Shopping Village, is delighted to offer products and services of real value. Whether it's catering to your family's medical needs or carrying apparel, gifts, and beauty products, Savannah Pharmacy provides you with more than just prescriptions. Remember, they're always just around the corner with everything your family needs and convenient opening hours, including Sundays and holidays. Savannah Pharmacy. For more information, call 946-3336.
Fitness Plus in Alexander Place, Industrial Park, is your home for all things fitness. With their team of experts offering delivery, installation, setup, and servicing on all major brands of home and commercial fitness equipment. The best way to prolong the life of your fitness equipment is to ensure it's properly maintained. Keep your equipment safe and working. Visit the Fitness Plus showroom in Alexander Place, Industrial Park, or call 938-3487. Fitness Plus. Get the equipment you want at the price you can afford. The Tuesday and Thursday edition of The Business Buzz is brought to you by Cayman Medical Supplies, providing quality pharmaceuticals, medical supplies, and consumer products to healthcare providers, retailers, and ultimately the patients at a reasonable rate in a friendly, caring, and timely manner. Cayman Medical Supplies is located at number 93 Smith Road, Windward Center. Telephone.
Hi, I'm Colin Lumsden, the Georgetown manager and head of the Revitalization Initiative. Our capital city is the heart of business activities in the Cayman Islands, and we would like to bring it back as a center of social activities with street-side cafes, green spaces, improved roads, and proper walkways for interconnectivity. The new cruise and cargo port is part of the plan and will allow for operators to meet passengers dockside with less lines and overcrowding. Cargo operations will be less intrusive. There will be pedestrianized areas for people to safely walk, shop, and dine. Modernizing the cruise and cargo port is a key element in the efforts to revitalizing our capital city.
This is YouthFlex, more than talk.
Welcome back, everyone. So joining us now, we have Mr. Jamo again, and he's going to be talking about the Stunt Mania this Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, Cayman Motocross Association, in partnership with Ambition and X-Crew Entertainment, will be putting on Stunt Mania on Sunday, the 24th, which is this Sunday, from 1 until about 8 o'clock at the Breaker Speedway. We're encouraging everybody to come out. Tickets cost $15 on event floors and at the gate. We got Chino Braxton supposed to be coming down, who is like one of the top stunt bike riders in the world. He should be on island tomorrow. Sorry, we're trying to see if we could get him in to talk to schools and stuff to promote the values of doing it safely, and doing it and stunting in safe environments. And he do it as a professional. He actually get paid for it, and try to see how we can point young people in those directions that they can also become professional stuntmen. We got a lot of them that be stunting on the roads in Cayman.
Yeah.
And I think this is one way of us getting them to showcase their skills in a safe way.
Yeah.
So we encourage everybody. We encourage everyone to come to the Stunt Fest, Stunt Mania on Sunday at the Breaker Speedway. It starts at 1 p.m.
You hear that, guys? Gonna have jam or choking up over here, and I better come.
I don't know what's going on with me today.
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah, man, it's too much things you have to say about the Stunt Fest. But I never hear one important thing: food. You can have food down there, Mr. Jam.
Yep, the National Youth Culinary Program will also be catering at the event. So, you know, Bradley, Josh, Mohindra, Miss Midja cooking, Miss Paris Hoyt.
Yes.
You know, so the food could be nice.
Promising.
And nice, for backing, we have Jimian, who won the jerk chicken contest at Agriculture Show. He will also be there. So we could be doing stuff like fried fish and fritters and French fries and all kind of good stuff. Exactly. Hamburgers, hot dogs, snow cones. Good stuff.
Good stuff. You hear that, guys? And I come up. Can you repeat the date one more time?
It is this Sunday, March 24th, from 1 until 8 p.m.
Okay,
it might even go on a little bit later. We see.
You see that?
Hopefully, we can get it done by 8 o'clock.
So wait, is it too late for anyone to register their bikes in to participate?
If you want to register, we're trying to limit it to 25 riders. Because we want people to have fun.
Yeah.
And if you have too much out there, then not a lot of people get to show their skill. But the person to contact is John Michael Rankin. His number is 916-0362 if you want to be registered for this. So far, I think we have about 15 people registered. Like I said, there's spots for 10 more. We want to make sure that everybody that are riding have a certain skill level as well. And that they get enough energy out. So that is the plan for this weekend.
Yeah. And we do not want, I don't think we want anyone to come out with their bikes if they're not registered.
Right.
Yeah. So if you want to bring your bike and you want to stunt,
you need to get registered.
You guys need to register.
Exactly.
All right.
And I'll let you know that the police will be out there.
Exactly.
So don't bother be riding on the road because they will take your bike from you. And then when we get our track up in East End, we'll use the bike there. Yeah, because one of the reasons why we're doing this Stunt Mania is we're trying to raise funds so we could develop a motor park in East End. One that has a drag strip on it. We're doing it in partnership with Hot Rod Association. So there'll be drag racing, and then they can be stunting as well. And then we have a real motocross track, which is dirt bikes on dirt up there at the park in East End as well. So that is the aim behind it, is trying to keep these off-road machines off-road.
Yeah.
And a lot of young people who need to get the energy out and showcase their skills, they can get to do that as well.
So do you have any shout-outs to anyone who is out there listening to UFlex right now?
Well, I want to shout out all the CMA executive. A special shout-out to JJ, because he doing a lot of the muscling right now.
Wow.
Jimmy. They're getting a lot of stuff done. It's quite a bit of coordination going on even while I'm sitting here. I think we're getting like 8 riders from overseas that coming in along with Chino Braxton. So there's a lot of coordination behind the scenes. We're looking at trying to do an event at Camana Bay as well, but those logistics, everything not really ironed down yet. So hopefully we can have that as well. But if we can't get bike camera action on Saturday...
Yeah, because I was hearing about bike camera action on Saturday.
Yeah, we're working on it. We just got a few details to nail down. If we can't, then we just have to skip it and just do Stunt Fest. Stunt Mania.
Yeah.
Okay. So remember, Stunt Mania is on Sunday from 1 to 10 p.m. And the tickets are $15 for adults and $5 for children under 12. So please come out and support. Thanks for joining us on Youth Flex today. I'm your host, Chloe, with my co-host,
Mohindra.
Shout out to our guests, the Duke of Edinburgh Awards program participants. Shout out to Radio Cayman for their work in sounding boards. Mr. Wilson Natcha, DJ Lynn, and DJ Silver Fox. We see you. Shout out to RJ for their live YouTube feed. Also, special shout out to Youth Flex crew. Victoria and Brianna are co-producers. Jared on Youth Flex Socials and Community Service. Mohendra, the musical director, Zola, Chanel, and Ashley on Youth Flex News Desk, and the 100 plus Flex family all over the globe. Thanks to SIFA for sponsoring the Super Jam, and to you, our listeners, for tuning in every Wednesday from 4 to 5 for Youth Flex on 89.9 FM. Join us again next Wednesday for Youth Flex's Season of Creativity. Until next week, this is Chloe McClement, letting you know that if you know better, do better. Play your part and give back today.
Yeah. Can I introduce the song? This is their throwback jam. It is from Tabia. It is a group that really dominated the early 1990s, and this is a local band that a lot of people, they wouldn't even think this is local.
Really?
Here's Reggae Man, one of their hits on the A side of their CD, Tabia, Reggae Man.
Talking, but they never told the truth. Mind full of justice, twisted and misconstrued. Cross the seas to a land so far away, but it doesn't pay sometimes when you run away. No, they didn't say how would it really go. Life was a little too slow in the ghetto. So you pack your bags, pretty lady, and you wave goodbye. You took the iron bird and left you standing with the tears in your eye. With love in your heart, you never had no fear. You said, maybe I'll call sometime. Long distance you hear. It's been so long now since you've been gone away. Life's not all they say, way up there. Yeah. And I don't wanna see you hungry. Woman, can't you see? I hate to see you suffering. I wanna set you free. Girl, hey. Can I help you now? I am the reggae man. Tell me all your troubles, I like to hear. Reggae man. Oh, 'cause you're not the only one, you've got to understand. Reggae man, yeah. I am a son of Kingston, so have no fear.
Welcome to Funky Tank Shedden Road. More than just music, I see that you are very impressed with that television set right there.
Good stuff.
Funky Tanks.
Find it all at Funky Tanks.
Welcome to Funky Tanks Savannah. I see you're browsing with interest our musical instrument section. Any particular instruments put any spark on your interest?
That one, right there.
What are you looking for? Cayman? Amplifiers? TVs? Audio? Video decks? Car speakers? Phones? Stereos? Computers? Watches? Games and consoles? Sure bet you will find it all at Funky Tank.
2 locations to serve the Cayman Islands.
In Georgetown, 216 Shedden Road. In Savannah, 42 Hearst Road, Savannah Plaza, across from Countryside. Funky Tank.
In town, 949-0998. Or in Savannah, 943-0998.
Funky Tank. The very best in electronics and more.
Funky Tank accepts all major credit and debit cards for your convenience. They open late on weekends.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.